To the Embassy of the United States of America in the Republic of Armenia, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary, Her Excellency Miss Lynn Tracy. Your Excellency, while civilized nations have united against the nuclear threat and dictatorship and for the victory of democracy and the progress of humanity, while the heroic people of Ukraine are fighting to death for these values against Putin's dream plan to restore the evil Russian Empire and to re-establish dictatorship, Armenia and Armenians who share and defend those civilizational values and who sacrificed the lives of their children for the same values during the 44-day war of 2020 are still facing the Russian, Turkish, Azerbaijani anti-Armenian and anti-human state-sponsored genocidal and existential threat. On the eve of Russia's aggression against Ukraine, Azerbaijan signed a declaration on strategic alliance with Moscow and taking advantage of the complicated situation created by the Kremlin dictatorship on the Ukrainian front and with the assistance of Russia and unconditional support of Turkey, has restarted with a renewed zeal its program of ethnic cleansing of Armenians of Artsakh. It has also started to push with renewed vigor of Russian, Turkish, Azerbaijani plan of imposing agreements upon Yerevan which are designed to deprive Armenia and Armenians of their national identity and statehood under the threat of a new war. This plan of a revived implementation of the infamous Lenin-Ataturk Pact, the illegal treaties of Moscow of March 16, 1921 and Kars of October 13, 1921, and other party and administrative acts of Bolshevik Russia in fulfillment of laters, including the decision of Caucasus Bureau of the Bolshevik Party of Russia of July 5, 1921 to transfer Artsakh to Soviet Azerbaijan, which was the prototype and precursor of the infamous Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact, presupposes the annexation of Armenia and of the whole South Caucasus, redesigning it into a cancerous region of dictatorship. According to this plan, about a week ago, Azerbaijan damaged the gas pipeline running from Syunik to Artsakh, resulting in huge suffering of the Armenian population of Artsakh, which in the harsh winter conditions of cold mountain climate found itself on the verge of humanitarian catastrophe. At the same time, Azerbaijan is threatening the lives of the Armenian population of the settlements near the line of contact and forces them to leave their homes and their historical and legal homeland. Meanwhile, the malicious alliance of the above-mentioned three countries keeps the threat of a new war hanging over the head of the Armenian people, like the sword of Damocles, in order to break the potential resistance of Armenians. It is very unfortunate that Moscow's puppet regime in Yerevan not only does not take steps to thwart this coercion, but also services it and provides with assistance. We state that Pashinyan regime not only does not want to hold the helping extend hand of the West, but also imitates relations with it and at the benefit of the Kremlin, serving the anti-human plan to establish a dictatorial system in Europe and South Caucasus, as well as in the Central Asia. Together with the Pashinyan regime, this plan is also served by other Russian instruments such as the Armenian parliamentary opposition and other famous pro-Russian circles, which imitate internal political struggle and process. Taking into account the above mentions, we ask you, first, to immediately intervene, A, by pressing Azerbaijan to stop undeniable encroachment to execute ethnic cleansing of Armenian population of Artsakh by means of a humanitarian catastrophe and weapons. B, by forcing Azerbaijan through imposing sanctions and implementation of other international tools to allow the Armenian sides to repair the gas pipeline supplying Artsakh, as well as to stop the intimidation of the Armenian population in the villages near the line of contact and the demands to leave those settlements. Second, to start the process of removal of Russia from Minsk Group co-chairs, and it has become the number of one threat to international peace and security at this point. Third, to deprive Turkey of the opportunity to apply pressure, first by ruling out any opportunity of it playing a role in the Armenian-Azerbaijani conflict, and second, by preventing it from imposing preconditions from the process of the normalization of Armenian-Turkish relations. Fourth, to separate the aspects of territorial integrity, borders and transportation routes from the context of the 1920-21 illegal agreements on Armenia, signed by the occupying Russian-Turkish parties and the framework of the Soviet and post-Soviet illegal sphere of legal political complex, which took its birth from those very agreements. To separate and temporarily freeze in order to reach an internationally recognized legal political settlement on the issue only after the anticipated defeat of the dictatorship, when legally freedom and just principles will once again get the opportunity to manifest themselves. Madam Ambassador, we thank you for your consideration. Sincerely, the Council of the National Democratic Alliance, March 16, 2022.